All right, well, here we are. Yeah, Rico can't even look at me. I'm embarrassed to be affiliated with this show. Welcome. 3 o'clock, I'm going to need all lemmings to unite. All you people who just want to blindly drink the bathwater of Brad Holmes, you need to be here.
News team assemble.
Yeah, news team assemble. 3 o'clock, all you bums who have no opinion on sports and just go, whatever's good enough for him's good enough for me, tune in at 3 o'clock. I got something for you. Might make you sound like this. But I'm going to sell you something. And I challenge you to give me one legitimate reason not to do it. Other than you like drinking bathwater. So we'll do that at 3. But you know what we're going to start with? Something that has no warfare attached to it. The Red Wings are a wagon. A complete demolition of the Caps last night. 8 goals. Rico, Leafs lost. You just hate to see it. A year ago today, they were on a 6-game losing streak. Now you're in Yzerman's first 6-game win streak of his tenure. We've talked about the whole playoff flag confidence levels. And it enters you into the chat because you were like, hey, golly gee, guys, I got a deal I want to offer you. And I'm like, you know, that sounded mean. Let me take that back. It was, you had a good idea.
My name is Goober now?
I apologize for treating you like Xavier Booker.
Golly!
Yeah, oh, that's my
that hockey thing.
My bad. But you're going to offer people a deal. And I can tell you I'm not taking it. But it's important you listen to the words of R.L. Beard.
Here's the deal. We did the whole car flag expectation, and a lot of people were at the 3. They thought they were going to make the playoffs. Not quite sure they were going to make the playoffs. Over the last weekend, some people started saying 4. I'm saying this right here, right now. You can lock it in. Wings make the playoffs. They're in a 6-game series. They win 2 games at LCA, but they do not win the series. They lose in 6. They made the playoffs. 2 games at home that you win, home ice. Would you lock that in?
Keep your deal. I'm serious. Because I feel like right now I'd be trading on something that I view as a certainty. They're already making the playoffs. And the way they're playing right now, with a top line that's one of the 10 best in the league, I'm not ready to write off a first-round playoff series. I might be a victim of the moment. Mm-hmm. I might be buying at the worst time because this is as good as it'll get. Rico, I feel like something's happening. You know what I mean? It's almost like the cake's in the oven. It's baking as we speak. It's like right there. I can see it. Mm-hmm. I am going to reject your deal. We're going to let it ride.
Okay.
I actually am starting to wonder if this team is more dangerous than anyone has given them credit for.
248-539-9797. The deal is this. Wings make the playoffs. You lose in 6. You get 2 home wins at the LCA.
Memories, vibes, things. But you lose the series. So you were competitive. You didn't get embarrassed. Yeah. And you had a couple of great moments that you either watched at home or maybe you were lucky enough to be there.
In game 6, you lose 2-1.
Oh, wow. I'm still turning your deal down.
Okay.
Am I nuts for turning the deal down? Is Rico offering something that if we step away from the emotion of what's going on right now, which is they're just a lot of fun and they're red hot, 6 wins in a row, 2 back at the Leafs. I think they're, 8 or 10 up on Jersey? Maybe what Rico's offering is actually quite legitimate and actually a really good deal. But I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to let it roll. Okay. Rico, I could see a scenario they win a playoff series. Now, part of that's projection. Part of that's on making a deal at the deadline to add some depth on the blue line. Maybe bring up Evanson later in the year. Like, you're not wrong for offering what you're offering, though.
There's a reason for this. I'm going to get to it later. But
2
right
weeks
now,
ago, I would have taken your deal.
I want to hear what the Wings fans are. 248-539-9797. Call,
Hockey
text.
Elite, unite. Sound the alarms.
You can lock it in right here, right now. 6-game series. You lose, but you win 2 games here at the LCA. And game 6
is close, competitive.
It's a 2-1 game.
You could taste a game 7, but it didn't happen. Sad conies. David, are you taking this man's deal, or are you going to be brave/greedy with me and go, you know what? F it. I don't need your stinking deal.
See, no, I don't need your deal because I already told you Monday that this was a Stanley Cup team. They were headed in that direction. So, no, I'm not going to take that first-round loss because they're going to continue on and do what the Seattle Kraken did. They're headed towards the Stanley Cup, whether they make it or not, but they're making it at least to the Eastern Conference Final. So, no, not taking your deal.
People, is anyone going to take Rico's deal? Are the hockey elite going to talk some sense into us? Have we lost our collective minds? And look, we're having fun.
Right now, they're red hot. They're hotter than fish grease.
8-3. Just a demolition of the Caps.
Well, because for a second it was like, okay, it's 2-1. It was like, oh, wait a minute. And then they got the shorthanded goal. Okay, yep, boat race is in session. And this thing's over. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, you saw them go out there. They're flexing. They're getting it done. So my question is this. A week ago, we were just like, can you make the playoffs? Can you just get in? I'm saying you're in. And you're going to play a competitive series. Even the games that I'll sweeten the deal. Every game that you lose is a 1-point game. You're in every game. You're going to win 2 here at the Joe. But you're going to lose that in game 6, 2-1.
I can't do it.
Are you taking that deal?
I can't do it. You're too back of the Leafs. You're starting to put distance between you and Tampa for just this, obviously both qualifying for the playoffs, but you're starting to separate a little bit from Tampa. You've clearly separated from Jersey. Rico, I can't. I'm probably overreacting. I know they can't keep playing at this clip. But we talked about this 6 games run here leading into the deadline of how important it was, and all they've done is A, win a couple into it, and now they've won 4 straight in it. 2 to go. Mm-hmm. I mean, man, if they win another game or 2 in a row here, and you're talking about a 7 or 8 game win streak to the deadline, I can't sell them short. And here's the other thing. Maybe I'm a loser. I think this home ice advantage. Lord knows Kenny's playing hooky from work again. The LCA's becoming a thing. I mean, people driving home last night listening to Rieger, the place packed. The jokes about the place being a mausoleum, or God help it when they're down there for a Pistons game. This is
right. When he goes live and you hear the echo throughout the entire building because there's nobody there but the concession workers.
I can't take the deal. I'm willing to dream a little bit. And maybe I'm crazy. Maybe making the playoffs is nowhere near a certainty as I view it. But it just becomes about numbers. It becomes about math. And you're like, how about this? If the hockey elite would like to call in with this, whose stock in the Eastern Conference would be increasing in value as fast as the Red Wings? What stock would you buy if we view the Rangers as the blue chip, right? Let's say you view the Panthers as the blue chip, right? The teams that are in first. Of every other team that's not the Panthers or the Rangers, are you going to buy Maple Leaf stock before you buy Red Wing stock right now? I think it's at least a discussion, right? Like, are we sure the Bruins are still the Bruins? I mean, they're good. They're tied for the lead, but they're gettable. You've seen Boston. I mean, look, they're still very good. They'd still be favored in a series against the Wings. My point is, they're not this seemingly indomitable team like they were last year. And oops, they got, right? I can't take your deal. I appreciate it. I think it's a good faith offer. I think it's a quality deal. Can't do it.
Well, here's the reason why I can't do it either, is because we haven't even gotten to the trade deadline. I can only believe that Yzerman is looking at the way his team is right now and saying, yes, let's go for it. Let me get someone else to help us, which means you get someone else that takes you over the top, and who knows?
What if Kenny had the pipeline to God and we get his boy Ruzgab Gudas or whatever it is? Mean guy. Like, come on. It's all there, people.
Radikoff Gludas.
Right. I'm willing to dream, and I'm willing to just let it ride. They're playing incredible hockey, and I just got to go with it. I got to let it happen. But what Rico's offering is legitimate. You make the playoffs and you play a highly competitive playoff series. Yeah, if I told you that at the start of the year, you would have taken it. Certainly you would have taken it
a week ago.
6 weeks ago.
You took a week ago.
2 weeks ago. The minute they started winning a few games in a row here, you went, ooh, wait, okay, this is good. After the Colorado game, you went, all right, well, let me see a few. Well, the few more is win, and then resounding win. I don't know, man. I want to hear from the people. I'm excited to do it.
I guess you're going to pretty much have to get the entire Lions team to come out there for the horn. Aiden was there last night. I'm just saying, every time somebody from the Lions team is there, they blow the team out.
Yeah, Lalone said last night after the game, they basically have the bat signal out for Dan Campbell right now.
Yeah, Ben Johnson, J-Mo. You had
and
Aiden.
Soon enough, L'Jarius Sneed.